Hey guys, it's Coco Tarot back again with another message. We're just going to get right into it and see what you guys need to know right now. Before I start, I do have a few messages that I have to say. I haven't been on for the past few days, so I'm sorry about that. I really missed you guys. But while I was gone, I kept seeing the Tower, the Chariot, and the Six of Pentacles. So I feel as if a lot of you guys have been going between a really hard time and blessings or good times. It's like this constant pull back and forth, this Chariot going back and forth. And the Chariot doesn't go back in the tarot. So it's very strange that I saw it that way. I feel as if a lot of you guys are having good times and bad times, or good news, then bad news. And this could create, I don't want to say PTSD, but a miniature form of feeling like whenever something good happens, that something bad has to happen to balance that out. Or maybe you have proof of that happening in your past. It's almost as if a lot of you guys, the duality of life can really frighten you sometimes, or scare you sometimes, or even put you in a spot where you don't really know what to think. I did get called to, when I prayed this morning for you guys and my family and things like that, I kept hearing Psalm 91, which is a protection prayer. And even if you guys aren't religious, I recommend protection prayers for any kind of negativity, or if you want to cleanse your house. You know, if some of you guys can't burn sage because of where you live, or you have asthma, you can always walk around and ring a bell and say some prayers, some protection prayers to clear your space. But before we start, I am going to read Psalm 91 to you guys because I felt really called to do that after I prayed this morning. Maybe some of you guys feel like you have a ghost in your home or something, I don't know, but these prayers really do work. But Psalm 91, He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say to the Lord, my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. For he will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. He will cover you with his pinions, and under his wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness is a shield, a buckler. You will not fear the terror of the night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in the darkness, nor the destruction that wastes at noonday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. You will only look with your eyes and see the recompense of the wicked. Because you have made the Lord your dwelling place, the Most High, who is my refuge, no evil shall be allowed to befall you, no plague come near your tent. For he will command his angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. On their hands they will bear you up, lest you strike your foot against stone. You will tread on the lion and the adder, the young lion and the serpent you will trample underfoot. Because he holds fast to me in love, I will deliver him. I will protect him, because he knows my name. When he calls to me, I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will rescue him and honor him. With long life, I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. So I felt like a lot of you guys needed that prayer. Maybe you need a lot of protection right now. Maybe you're experiencing some death in your family, okay? I just lost an aunt and a cousin within hours of each other, guys. There's just a lot of hurt, but there's also a lot of good. And as humans, it's tough. It's so tough to try to conceptualize pain, especially trying to see it with love. So I really want you guys to take in what life is trying to show you, even if it's pain, okay? Because sometimes that pain is supposed to teach us something. So be strong right now, especially for the people around you, because you never know who's looking at you as a pillar of strength. So take care of yourself, but be there for others as well. Let's get into the collective energy. What does the collective need to know right now? Thank you so much. 3 cards for the collective. But once again, even with the bad, I feel a lot of good. Got the Five of Pentacles. Clarify the Five of Pentacles for the collective. The Seven of Wands, yeah. There's that abandonment. And the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Victory at the bottom of the deck. It's that polarity. A lot of you guys feel so defensive of your happiness because you know or you feel that duality of life. One second you're out in the cold by life, by even God sometimes, or by family members, by yourself. The next minute you're in victory. It's this constant up and down. Some of you guys could deal with bipolar disorder, which, no judgment, you know, we all have our own little bit of crazy to deal with. And I'm not calling you crazy. That's just a really bad synonym, I guess. But whoever you are, you feel the bad days and the good days. You feel it all. I'm hearing you feel the blood or you feel the pain, but you also feel when it's really good. And for some of you, that's what creates that fear. Because when something really good happens, you always ask yourself, oh, what's going to happen now that's going to throw this off? What's the next thing coming? What's the next curveball that spirit or God or the divine is going to throw my way? And for a lot of you, it scares you because you can't see it coming. And maybe that's why you love the tarot, because it's kind of like a little bit of a glimpse, but it doesn't always happen the way that you thought it would, or it's always a little bit, you know what I mean? Not exactly how the cards told you it would play out. There's always that mystery factor. And that mystery, for a lot of you, it stumps you because you are very intellectual, or you like to really understand life, why it happens, where it comes from, what came first, the chicken or the egg. There's so many questions that you have about the universe, about space, about the ocean, about you. And I feel as if you're starting to realize, collective, that the only way to discover those things is to feel the good with the bad, is to take it day by day. The future is always there, but the present really does have a time limit. Clarify this energy for the collective. Alrighty. Okay. That's a lot of stuff. Let's get into it. I felt like I had to do that one too. The Three of Swords. There could be some heartbreak or some things that you're dealing with right now in your emotional space. Again, with that sword energy, you have a very intellectual vibe to you. The way that you rest in your melancholy is different than others. You slow down so much, almost to a stop. Some of you guys can deal with maybe looking unfocused to other people, or daydreaming, chronic, malapative daydreaming, or always piecing something together in your head. So you could be hanging out with friends and family, and they could be like, are you okay? What's wrong? And you're like, what? I was thinking about why birds fly. You're just so deep on the spectrum. Maybe some of you guys are on the spectrum. Yeah, very intellectual. For some of you guys, you are a romantic at heart, but when romance comes to your door, you're like this. I'm seeing an arm like pushing someone away. Sorry for all the cat hair on my sweater, but it's like you're at an arm's length. And you could push people away that you actually love because of that duality. Like we said in the beginning, you're like, oh, I love you so much, but if I hold on to this love and invest in this love, I'm going to be real heartbroken if or when things end. I'm feeling someone who is intellectual to a fault. It's almost, I think it was Jordan Peterson who talked about how being a genius comes with its own kind of depression or its own set of mental illnesses, because you discover so much about the world to the point where that magic or that mystery is taken out. And in actuality, everything is an approximation. Every truth or fact, everything is an approximation. You know, you can look at philosophers even talk about it, or you know, these big brain scientists. It's like it's all a guess. And a lot of you guys are starting to realize that, or you're starting to realize, like, wait, nobody has the answers. We're all just kids with suits on. I'm seeing that Rugrats episode where they're all, before the grown-up spinoff, whatever, which I thought was trash. Sorry. My opinion, but that episode where they're all just babies with suits on, walking around with briefcases, you know, some of you guys could feel like that's being an adult. When you were younger, you could have been like, I can't wait to be an adult. I can't wait to do all these things when I'm older and be independent. And now you're an adult and you're like, oh my gosh, nobody has the answers and we're all just walking around. I think Joe Rogan even has a skit about it where, I don't know, just look it up. But once again, a lot of you guys walk away from love because the intensity of that love puts you in your fight or flight, or puts you in that space where you're like, no, 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 no. This will end eventually. But there's something here about, there's a lot of love cards now. There's something here about really not holding yourself back anymore when it comes to love. It could be romantic. It could be with friends or family, you know. Maybe you push away family members or something because you're afraid to lose them, or you have invested in a platonic friendship or whatever before and it didn't work out and you felt abandoned, or it brought up something from your childhood. There's something here about working on that and letting that go so that you can just embrace the love around you. You're keeping yourself at arm's length from the things that truly can make you happy in the end. And whether or not it does end shouldn't be the focus. And like I said, that's really hard, especially with this King of Swords energy. You like to know how it ends, because you don't want to invest if it's going to end. But here, God or whoever you believe in, there's this message for you to just say, so what if it ends? I'm going to love like it's going to last forever. Oh, this is so many messages, guys. Let's get through this, okay? We got the High Priestess, the Star, the Hierophant, and the Queen of Swords. You guys are truly on another level with the Hierophant, the King of Swords, and the High Priestess. This could be counterpart energy, but right now I'm seeing this as the feminine and the masculine aspect, and you're very much on equilibrium with your feminine and masculine energy. Both sides of you, or all sides of you, are on the same page about wanting to have some kind of knowing. Okay, the Hierophant and the High Priestess to me is someone who researches religion or studies the Torah or studies hieroglyphs or studies ancient languages. It's like this spirituality mixed with knowledge. It's a very professor or apprentice like energy. So I feel as if some of you guys are on the later end of that. You could be older in age and you have a lot of wisdom, and other of you have a lot of wisdom but you're still very young, so in a lot of ways you're still an apprentice. There could be someone, or you could benefit from being the apprentice of someone who has spiritual gifts or intellectual gifts. Some of you guys could really benefit from getting a what is it called? It's almost like when you're in college and a professor can write like a letter of recommendation. Maybe some of you guys could get a letter of recommendation from someone or something. There's something here about scholarship. But there's a spirituality attached to it too, which is very interesting. You could have been an atheist at one point in your life, or you didn't really, maybe agnostic, I should say. You knew there was something out there, but you weren't necessarily religious or into God. And there's something here about how you delve into knowledge and how that brought you closer to God, like becoming a scientist because you're very logical. And then by the end of it, your science pointing you further in the direction of, oh my God, maybe there is a God. I just had a muscle spasm in my thigh. Some of you guys could have restless leg syndrome or have spasms in your muscles sometimes. But I just got a really strange feeling, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. Some of you guys have literally been shown something spiritually or scientifically or alienistic. I don't even know. And it was freaky with the star card here. Maybe you saw a UFO with a family member or something. This reading's a little bit all over the place. Some of you guys have ADHD. Guys, when I say these things, the confirmation is if you've been diagnosed by a therapist or a doctor or a psychologist or something, okay? I'm not just telling you that you have these things, okay? That's for those kind of details in a tarot reading are for that one or two people that are like, oh, that's for me, you know, a little bit of a confirmation. I'm not here trying to diagnose anyone. You need to figure this out in the real world, okay? You don't diagnose yourself online, please. But we're going to clarify this with another deck because this energy is a little scatterbrained. It started with sadness and then it went into love and now it's going into intellect and spirituality and what you've learned across your whole entire life. You have a lot of thoughts about everything. A lot of opinions. Some of you guys could want to start a podcast. The Knight of Swords, yeah, you move very quickly. A lot of sword energy. And I felt that before the swords even came out. Very intellectual. You like to study, to read, to know things. Ooh, that flipped right out. The King of Swords again. You could be into conspiracy theories, or I don't even want to call it that, but just things about history that people don't know. You could really like history. The King of Swords twice, though. You really are someone who isn't with the BS, or you don't like people to sell you pipe dreams. Some of you guys could watch tarot readings and be angry because you're like, okay, this person is full of it. There's something about you where you need to get to the facts. It's not all about the frilly foo-foo stuff for you. You need to see the facts. You need the proof. I'm hearing pics or it didn't happen. The Princess of Wands. Clarify the Princess of Wands. This is what it is, guys. There's something about you turning off that sword energy and getting into your wand energy or melding the two, even though that scares you. So like I said earlier, you're very guarded with your staff, with your passion, you come at things so logically, but you still have emotions. Obviously, you're a human being, I hope. But you're very guarded with your affection or your opinions even. Because you try to be so factual, you're like, okay, my opinion isn't a fact, so I'm not even going to put that on the table. You work so hard trying to know stuff, but you need to work hard on feeling stuff. You need to feel stuff. How about you go and try to physically feel stuff? When you go on a hike or you're just around your house, walk around and just touch the books, the wall. Think about how it feels. Think about, those baby books where it's got the little textures, and the little blocks. You need to feel. Physically start to feel things. Because it's going to help you conceptualize how you can emotionally start to feel things. There's something about getting a little touchy-feely. That King of Wands, look, the High Priestess again. He's touchy-feely. That King of Wands, how he learns is with his hands. Okay? And you need to get in that energy. Shut the brain off and open your hands. Because that's where the next knowledge, the next phase is going to come. That's why that High Priestess is coming up. Let go of rationality. for a second. And this doesn't mean, you know, quit your job tomorrow and go do something crazy. No, this means feel. Like you've never felt before. Just feel it all, physically. And instead of you hammering and chiseling out this knowledge, this Eight of Pentacles, it's going to become a painting. It's going to be something that you can express. Affection, love, whatever it is, your ideas, your opinions. It's going to be that Tower moment that I've seen the past few days. It's back and forth from that Tower to that Six of Pentacles with ease. Because you're going to feel it and you're going to create the Six of Pentacles. Victory. I'm telling you guys, I wish I could make this up because I would be selling books, okay? I'm not making it up. You guys are really, you got to feel it to believe it, man. I'm telling you. Why do you think so many people believe in a power that they don't see until they die? Or, you know, who knows what happens? Because it's not about what's in front of us or what we can conceptualize or picture. Sometimes the best things in the world, they can't be in a form or pictured because it's a feeling. When you give birth, when you fall in love, when you have your first kiss, you know, when you hug someone after a really long time. Those things can't be conceptualized. They can only be felt. So don't try to speed through the slow moments in life or the grief or the anger or the sadness. Just ride it. Seriously. The Empress. Oop. The Knight of Wands, yeah. The Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. I'm telling you right now, whoever you are, go touch some stuff. Go touch some stuff, okay? Go touch some fruit. Go touch your bed sheets. Go get some new bed sheets. I don't know. It's like... You're starting to get a new belief system or not even a new belief system, but you're starting to understand things instead of just reading up on them and understanding them from like a human standpoint. You're understanding things from a spiritual standpoint. And that's going to start with just feeling stuff, guys. It sounds really simple, but it's a lot of work, you know. I'm hearing that song by Matisyahu, King Without a Crown. That song literally will make me cry. I love that song. But I'm going to put it in the description because if this reading resonates, please go listen to that song and listen, like, read the lyrics while you listen to it. It's very good. Some of you guys, you're too intellectual about your worship to whoever you believe in, and you need to just start feeling it, you know? Let's get some ending messages for the collective. The Three of Raphael. Reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. This has been coming up so much. There is a lot of reasons to celebrate. Some of you guys could have some friends or women in your family that this is a good time to connect with. Connecting with feminine energy could be really good right now for you guys, whether you're a masculine or a feminine. There's something about the feminine aspect. Change your life. A sudden revelation that offers freedom, break free from procrastination, embrace the opportunities that change brings. Yeah, the way this angel is watching over this futuristic city, which is kind of cool because you don't really think of angels as, you know, futuristic, but I guess you do. I don't know, depending on who you are, but you're really reevaluating your beliefs or what they mean to you or how you can get deeper into that. This is life-changing for you. That's why there's this celebrate, because there's a conquering here that's happening, but a good kind, like conquering something you should have conquered years ago. We also got the Lovers. Make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. I'm telling you guys. I feel like a lot of you guys are about to experience so much love. And it's going to come with some pain. I'm not going to lie to you. It's going to come with some pain, but it's going to be rewarding. Pain doesn't always have to mean the end. It can also be a new beginning. We're going to get 3 of these as well. 3 cards for the collective to end this reading. I thought the flowers would be nice because of spring. We got anticipation. I felt like an arrow pulled back and ready to be launched into something big. A.B. Shepherd. Yeah, you're literally becoming different. You're becoming a different person, a different spirit. Something's touching you. We also got love at first sight and proud spirit. When I saw you, I fell in love and you smiled because you knew. William Shakespeare. Yeah, some of you guys just got in a relationship, or there's something here about love, but it's real love, okay? Not conditional love, not love that's like, oh, I love you today, maybe not tomorrow. No, it's real love. And elegance and patience. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. I couldn't have said it better myself, guys. Live in the slow moments, because those are the moments that you're going to look back on and realize that they were significant moments in your life. And that is your reading for today, guys. And I'll be back soon with another message. Toodaloo.